Good evening, everybody.
What up?
Oh, get that energy up there.
Good evening, everybody. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Any old fogies out here wearing dentures?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make you guys laugh today, all of you. So the old fogies with dentures, please hang on to them. I don't want them popping out. So one morning I was just sitting in the office and the receptionist comes in and tells me that Father Mallory is here to see you today. I said, oh, Father Mallory is the priest. I go to church every day. He gives great sermons. So yes, she says he wants to see you. He's having teeth problems. I said, sure, come on ahead. I'll bring him in. So Father Mallory comes in. I bow to him. I said, good afternoon, Father. How are you today? He says, oh, I'm doing good, son, but I'm having a lot of dental issues. I want you to take a look at my teeth. So I examine his mouth, I look at his teeth and everything. I said, Father, it's time to let these things go. So what happened? He says, no, your teeth are all rotten. You need to have them all taken out. And we're going to fit you with a new set of dentures. So the father says, how long is this process going to take? He says, well, it's going to take over 2 weeks to pull all your teeth. And then you're going to be without teeth for about 6 weeks. So Father Mallory says, so does that mean I won't be able to give a sermon for 6 weeks in church? I said, sorry, Father, that's it is. You won't be able to talk for about 6 weeks. So Father says, okay, we're going to get it done. Let's get it done. He gets all his teeth taken out. 6 weeks pass by. He comes in, fit him with a new pair of dentures. He's all excited. Looking at
Yeah.
And then next Sunday he comes to church. Of course, I am there in church to see him also. And when he goes on and like,
Yeah.
good morning, everybody. It's been quite a while, but I could not. He goes on talking, and in 2 minutes he gives up and just goes off stage. So we start wondering what happened. And somebody explains that he's got a new set of teeth, and that's why he's not ready to talk with them as yet. Couple of weeks go by, he goes back again, and then again he tries to talk. Yes, I'm talking a little bit better. I'm going to talk to you about Jesus Christ. It's Easter coming up, and I'm going to be talking about that today. Tries, poor fellow, the father tries to talk, but 5 minutes he gives up and just goes away. Another priest comes and takes his place. So he waits another month, goes back, now he's all happy. I'm back, guys. I can talk now. Yes? Okay. So he starts talking, goes on and on and on and on. It's like normally he talks for like 30 minutes. This time he went for an hour and 15 minutes. Finally, the janitor comes up and whispers something to him. The janitor says, Father, forgive me, but it's time to close the church. People are getting restless. So he says, oh, I didn't know that I've been talking for so long. So, okay, so he winds up his speech, and as people are walking out, the janitor asks him, what happened to you, Father? I can understand the first 2 times that he spoke only for 2 minutes and 5 minutes, but today you've been talking for an hour and a half. He says, yeah, you know what happened, son? Today I left the house in a hurry, and I wore my wife's dentures by mistake.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll probably get an applause break. As you continue on,
Okay.
stand still.
And move the mic stand.
Pretend like you have, move the mic
Move the mic
stand,
stand.
move the stool. Don't let anything block you. That's just trapped energy. So you just constantly move, and it's very distracting to the audience.
So I should move, I should not move.
You should not move
I
unless
should
you're
not.
going to walk deliberately somewhere. That's a note for everybody. When you start fidgeting with your lower body, it just screams of insecurity
Oh,
and discomfort. So talk with your upper shoulders, your chest, your face, your features, but keep that lower body still.
And move the stool too, though.
Yeah, move the stool.
Don't be behind it. Don't stand behind the stool.
oh, okay.
Yeah, move it to the side of you if you need your notes. But yeah, you want to get as close to us as you can. So walk down a little further. There you go. Okay.
One day we had a lady come into the office and she says, I want to see the dentist. So the receptionist says, yes, so how can we help you? So she pulls open a coat,
keep that mic in front of your mouth.
She pulls open a coat and says, I want to see the dentist. So again, the receptionist tells her, I think you are at the wrong office. The gynecologist is next door. So the lady again pulls open her coat. She's all naked inside. So again, the receptionist tells her, I think you want to see the gynecologist, right? You want to see the doctor. She says, no, I want to see the dentist. So the receptionist says, okay, why don't you come on and have a seat? I'll have the doctor come and talk to you. So she goes, puts her in the room. The doctor comes and talks to her and says, yes, ma'am, how can I help you? She says, I'm here because I guess she opens the coat. So again, he also tells her, you know what, lady, I think, by now they think this lady's cuckoo. So he says, I think you're at the wrong office. You should see the gynecologist who sits in the office next door to me. So she says, no, I want to see the dentist. You're the dentist, right? She says, yes, I am. Well, I'm here because I want to have my top two pulled and the bottom one filled. There is a lady who goes to see her doctor for a physical, annual checkup. The doctor examines her, has her stripped down, examines her top to bottom, orders a blood test, everything comes back normal. But he tells her, everything is great, you're in perfect shape, except I feel that your chest is a little bit rough. So what I want you to do is go home, apply some cold cream, and come back and see me in a month's time. This lady goes home, looks in a medicine cabinet, and she can't find any cold cream. So she says, okay, I'll go to CVS tomorrow and buy tomorrow. So while she's brushing her teeth, she thinks, this toothpaste is like cream. What if I apply toothpaste on my breast? It's the same thing. So for 1 month, she keeps on applying toothpaste on her breast. She says, forget CVS, cream is cream. Goes back to the doctor after a month. The doctor examines her again and says, oh, your breasts are nice and smooth right now. Yeah. She says, really? I don't know about that. But all I know is my boyfriend has fewer cavities. One day, my car broke down and I had to take the metro to go to work. Well, going on a metro, I run into an old friend of mine. I had not seen him for like 15, 20 years, like back in high school. So I start talking to him and then I ask him, so how's things going? He says, oh great, I have 4 kids and they're all doing well. So I said, yeah, what do your kids do? He says, one of them is a doctor and I'm very proud of him. He says, yes, of course you should be proud of him. He says, what about your second son? What does he do? Oh, he's an engineer. I said, yeah, he's very highly educated too. He says, yes. What about your third kid? He says, he's an architect. And he's also doing okay. So then he says, I ask him, and what about your fourth one? So that's where my friend pauses. No, I'm too embarrassed to tell you, but he's a good for nothing guy. He's a pickpocket. I said, what? Your 3 sons are educated and this one is a pickpocket? And I asked him, do all your kids stay with you? He says, yes, they still stay with me. He says, then I tell him, you should get rid of that guy who's a pickpocket, your son. He's going to spoil the other guys also. So you better get rid of him or tell him either shape up your act or move up. So the guy looks at me and says, sorry, I can't do that. I said, why? I know he's your son, but you got to have him shape up. He says, no, he's the only one bringing the money in.
Ba-da-bum.
There are 4 ladies. They meet every once in a while. So finally they meet. They go to the club and are having a dinner and talking about it. So finally they start talking about the kids. So one lady, so they approach the oldest of the lady. What does your kid do? Oh, he's doing very well. He's a doctor. He's got a great practice. And on his friend's birthday, he's very good at heart. My son. On his friend's birthday, he gave him a Rolex watch. I said, wow, your son is really good at heart. Yes, and he's a good doctor too. I said, okay. So they asked the second one. What does your son do? Oh, he's a banker. I said, oh. They said that, oh, he's also very well educated. Oh, and he's also very loving. He's got a very helpful nature. So he says, what does he do? I said, he gave his best friend a house on his birthday too. I said, oh, that's interesting. So both of you ladies have very good children. So they asked the third one, what about you? Oh, my son is in business. He has a very, very successful business. And he also has good friends, but he has one special friend whom for his birthday, he gave him a car. I said, wow, oh, your son is also great. This thing, all three of you have loving children. We really like to help people. So they look at the fourth one and so tell us, what does your son do? So she says, oh, my son, I'm sorry to say, he's good for nothing. Just sits at home, doesn't do anything. It's pathetic, really. But he has good friends. And let me explain to you something. We will go further. He's gay. I hate to say that, but what can he do? Things happen. But he has very good friends. He has very good friends. One of them gave him a Rolex watch. One of them gave him a house, and one of them gave him a car. One day I was traveling to the next town and I had to take the train. So I'm stepping in just about to get into the train when I hear a voice from up, please don't take this train. I said, what the heck, am I hearing things? So again I take the next step
Put
up.
the mic up.
Again I take the next step up and again the voice says, please don't take this train. So I says, who are you? I'm your guardian angel. I says, okay, you know what? I really don't believe in these things, but if I'm hearing them, somebody telling me twice, don't take this train. So I'll let the train go. Sure enough, I read in the news the next day that particular train crashed and a lot of people died. Next month, I'm supposed to go for a conference. I have to take a flight. Just as I'm about to get on the ramp onto the plane, I hear this voice again, please don't take this flight. So again I look up, and again the voice says, please don't take this flight. So I remember the last time, so I said, okay, let's forget this flight, I can take the next one. Sure enough, that plane also crashed, and all the people died. Third time around, I was supposed to go on a cruise with my wife on a vacation. So once again I hear this voice, please don't take this cruise. So by now I had complete belief in the guardian angels. So I told my wife, sorry, we can't go. She started arguing, fighting and everything, and I said, please listen to me. I'll explain to you later, or you'll agree with me tomorrow, but we are not taking this cruise. We get out the boat and everything, and then I look up at the guardian angel and I said, thank you so much. But I have a question for you. So the angel says, go ahead, ask, what's your question? Where were you when I was getting married?
Nice.
Now, I have a question to ask you. Does anybody know what is the heaviest thing in the world?
The heaviest thing in the world?
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You could either say I call it shit or it's poop. You want to know why?
Why?
Because even the strongest man drops it. Now you want to know what is the lightest thing in the world, right? You found the strongest thing. What is the lightest thing? Anybody? Is the penis or the male organ? I said, why do you think is that? It says because even your imaginations can raise it.
Nice.
Okay, I think I've done the McDonald's one already too.
Okay, how